Okay, so I've had a brush with COVID.
Brush with COVID. Yeah.
Well, kind of. I think I'm dining out on it slightly. Just dining.
You're in the risk. You're in the risk group. Let me tell you, you're an older man, so you gotta be careful.
Oh, okay, I'm worried now.
Is it? Hey, don't tell me. Was it Tony's over 50s gym? Was that a? Is that a super spreading event or what happened?
Well, I must admit, I go to the gym and you got to wipe everything down straight afterwards.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And it is funny when you wipe bits down where certain parts of your body have been. I don't know why you wipe them, but you're going, I don't know. I just feel self-conscious when I'm wiping bits of the machine. What bits do I wipe? Is it just the bit where my face got near, where my hands got near?
Your bum, your backside, you'd think, wouldn't you? I suppose you got clothes on, though. Yeah.
So anyway, I'm aiming, as I said to the owner, we should have wiper of the week. I mean, I think that's a put a sign up, because, we've got to do the right thing by COVID. Anyway, so I get an email from the golf club. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yes.
We've had there's been an incident.
The National. The National.
Yeah. National.
Well, it's in the paper. There's a few golf clubs now being named. But one's a public course. I doubt if you went there with your friends. Don't be stupid.
Don't be ridiculous.
The Oakley Golf Club or somewhere like that. I can't remember.
No, didn't know it existed, the Oakley Golf Club.
No, but the National in Cape Shank.
Yeah. So apparently what he's come in, he's touched the touch screen, one of 3 touch screens, didn't go into the dining area, went straight out of the course, played the first 3 holes, and then got the call and left immediately. Now, we heard that he had got the call, and then we found out that he actually had it. So they gave you a window. If you were there on the 30th of December between 11:48 and 1:30, you don't have to get tested, but you have to self-monitor. But I'm going there tomorrow. So I'm going to go into the place where member X has been, because they don't tell you who it is.
Yeah, but we all know it's one of your friends. It's either Mick Malloy, Sam Pang, Andy Lee, Limo. Who else plays golf? There's a lot of them that play golf in the comedy world.
Yeah. Tom Gleiser's taken up golf as well.
I've noticed. I've noticed. But yeah, he plays with his wife, which is, I've got to say that's really admirable, because all the other guys, none of them play with their partners, do they?
Yeah, a lot of guys have convinced their wives that golf takes 8 hours, and when in actual fact, because it's 18 holes, it's 8 hours, it's a lot. You got to,
No, I see Tommy plays golf with his partner, wife, on Facebook. Yeah, so good on him.
Okay, yeah. No, he's just come to the game and is enjoying. Anyway, what do you think I do? Do I go into the pro shop and do I inquire about what screen so do I say to the staff, okay, I want to know what screen? Because there's 3 screens to choose from.
And then who
what?
And who is it? Yeah, that's the next question.
And who is it? You can go straight to who is it? Yeah. Is it? No, what I'll do is I'll go, I know you can't tell me, but I'll go, is it him? I'll start just pointing to people. Was it him? Was it you? Was it him? Was it him? Oh, it was him, wasn't it?
I'll do that thing where you lead people into it. You say, speaking to Mick the other day, and he's isolating, so that's good. And then just stare at them and see what happens.
Test them out. I think it's great. And then I'm playing the actual course that he went on to.
Wow. I think outside you'll be all right. I mean,
he touched flags. He touched the flag.
Oh, but they would have Dettol them or something, surely.
Well, I think burn the flag. I think burn them.
Burn the flags.
I think have a ceremonial burning of the flag in the front of the clubhouse to say, look, you're all safe. Nothing's going to happen here. And then we all know. But you don't take the pin out now, because you hit the ball in and you leave the pin in the hole.
Yeah, so I don't know. Most people don't know what you're talking about at this point. So
it's a ball and a flag and a stick and a hole in the ground. It's not that hard to follow.
But what do you put the pin for? What does that mean? I don't know what
that means. The flag is the pin.
Oh, well, see, there you go. You know, that's terminology that most people wouldn't know, I'd say. Most people know what a flag is, but a pin, I thought the pin was the little thing you put the ball on. What's that called? The little thing you put.
That's a golf tee.
A tee, right.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you know that joke? I've told that joke, haven't I, before? Where the grandfather's showing his car off to his grandson. And the grandson goes, "Oh, what's that thing there?" And he goes, "Oh, that's my GPS that shows me where to go." And what's that thing over there? "Oh, that's my steering wheel that steers the car." "And what's those little wooden things on the seat there?" "Oh, that's right. That's right." After he shows him, I've messed the joke up. After he shows him everything, he's got GPS. "Wow, this car's got everything." And then he shows him, "That's the steering wheel. Wow, this car really has got everything." "And what are those wooden things on the seat?" And he goes, "They're for resting my balls on when I play golf." And the kid goes, "Wow, this car really does have everything." I'm sorry, I absolutely smashed that joke, didn't I?
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm
And also, you need an honour board with his name in. Get the COVID board.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
that is brilliant. Okay, I'm taking that like it's mine. So you reckon the COVID's a board event? That is so good.
Yeah, an honour board. I know they're into golf. They're into self-congratulating everyone on their achievements. So
I know, it's so funny. They put up all our boards are up outside the toilet. It's really funny.
Yeah.
They're outside the toilet, and you sort of say, when you go to the toilet, because I got my name on the board. Okay, 3 times, whatever, get over it.
Wow.
Hole in one. Yeah, all right, okay. So it is funny, though. You're right. It gets up there in special gold writing. All you did was put a little ball into a little hole in the ground, and you get special writing on a special wall. Very important.
Yeah, but hole in one's very rare, isn't it? It's very rare. How many have you had in your time?
3.
Wow, that's incredible.
See how I didn't have to. Yeah, it's incredible.
How many did you cheat? Just 2 out of 3, or
you just. There has been known to happen. So you had any brushes with COVID?
Well, no, that's interesting because Brooksy from the Music Man, we are the Music Man. They've come back. They've made a comeback. Anyway, he runs a gig at the Brighton Bay Yacht Club where I did about a month ago, and that's been closed because the 2 people went there on Tuesday and had dinner there, and
isn't it the Royal Brighton Yacht Club?
I think you're right.
Yeah, it is royal.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's at the end of my street. That's just 3 minutes away from me. Yep.
Yeah, you
I'm
should
surrounded.
Go for dinner, but be careful down there. Whoa.
Yeah.
It is a great gig when you do it because they're a fantastic audience. But they're 2 of them had COVID, so apparently they just had dinner, didn't use the toilets or anything, which I'm a bit sus on.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you've got your jumper tied around your shoulders, does that protect you? Or if you're wearing boat shoes, does that protect you?
Yeah, if you own a yacht. If you own a yacht.
If you own a yacht, I think you're fine. They just jump on the yacht and just go out to sea.
Special exemption for those people. Don't worry about that.
So look, it's getting closer. Who knows? We're recording this year.
This is the first day of January. Yeah,
first day. So happy New Year to everyone. This will be coming out on the 5th of January.
Oh no,
another week after that.
Another week. Hopefully, we'll have cleared up by then. Hopefully, it'll be cleared up in Melbourne and also in Sydney. We hope that it's cleared up, and we hope there's no cases anywhere else. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I've got a trip booked to Noosa.
Yeah, are you going to Noosa?
Noosa, yes. So who knows? They may, what's her name? Gladys up there. It's not Gladys. She's New South Wales. Who's the one in Queensland?
Oh yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, someone. Yeah.
I always like it when they don't close the borders. They slam them, shut. It's like having an argument with someone. They slam the door. They're not slam. There's nothing to slam. There is nothing to slam. It's just a line in the dirt. That's all it is. No slamming here. No slamming here. Anyway.
Oh, here comes the music. Here comes the music. Oh, I think the music's coming. Yeah. I think Sam's winding us up.
Hello and welcome to Somehow Related. Now please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, welcome
COVID talk. You don't tune into a podcast to your COVID talk, but anyway.
Yeah, and hello to we've got listeners in France and stuff in Italy, and they'd be doing it tough too. So
but if it was a competition, you'd say that we were winning. You'd have to say that. They must look with envy and go,
Oh yeah, I know. Look at England; it's terrible, unbelievable.
Anyway.
Enough. We've got the hot weather, which would help, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, we get 2 topics, and we've got to work out how they're related.
Yeah, if you're coming to us in the new year, and it's like your New Year's resolution to listen to the entire catalogue of Somehow Related, then good for you. I think I don't know how many apps we've done, but this is a lot. So anyway, Yeah, 2 topics, and our good friend is Sam with us? Has she decided to come back?
Yeah, I think Sam's with us. I hope so.
I haven't. Well, I didn't renegotiate, or did you renegotiate with her?
We should say Happy New Year, Sam.
Happy New Year, Sam.
Happy New Year, Dave and Glenn. Looking forward to another big one.
Oh, thank you very much.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
very kind. She doesn't normally. I know she's probably busy at this time of year. People got a lot of time on their hands. They're probably asking her all sorts of things. So she takes the time to work with us. And so, Sam, as we always do, 2 topics, please.
Sandwiches and gambling.
Wow. I won't say 2 of my favourite things, but one of my favourite things, which
I'll
is...
tell you what. There's something. Sam
love
knows that
sandwich.
she knows. We've talked about it before. The ultimate toasted sandwich. Sandwich is a one-handed food, isn't it? We've talked about that before. Is it one-handed? It's definitely one-handed.
Well, a salad sandwich, I think sometimes 2 hands.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That's a sandwich you have to negotiate, depending on the ingredients. Do you go when you're making a big sandwich? Do you go? You have to sort of go. Hang on, I'm getting a bit high now. It's getting a bit big.
Yeah.
And then I guess you've got the press option, haven't you? You can sort of then, depending on the bread, you can then press it down.
Press it down, yeah. Like they do in sandwich shops. They have that steel thing when they cut it and they put it over the top.
Yeah.
I often feel like I need one of those, but I love a good sandwich. One of my favourite things, I think. I have to say, a sandwich.
I know whoever invented the sandwich. I think it was the Earl of Sandwich.
Earl of Sandwich. Yeah, well, I'm sure they put stuff in bread before, but he apparently mastered it. I don't know.
Well, it's a plate that you can eat. Well, it's kind of like, you know what I mean? It comes in its own. You eat the plate that it comes on, which is such a brilliant idea.
Great.
You know,
what's your favourite sandwich, you reckon?
I would. I'm going to go with toasted chicken and cheese. I think toasted
chicken and cheese.
Is that a weird? I always feel a bit weird saying that. It's chicken and cheese. Is that sort of? It's not up there in your top. It's a bit weird.
Also, I think the toasted element's interesting because
it's.
I mean, I never have that combination, but that's not. I just like chicken and salad. Oh, yum! Not toasted though. Fresh.
So something
I'm
about
more
toasted.
fresh. I'm more fresh than toasted.
Had you cut into halves or cut into quarters?
Cut in half. Cut in half.
Which way do you cut? I think we've talked about it. Diagonal or straight across.
No, my partner loves doing it diagonally.
And you're a straight across guy.
I go straight across.
Yeah.
I'm not in a tea room. So that's what they do in tea rooms and posh, like you're getting your high tea little sandwiches. But
so if you were making yourself like a lunch, right? You had to go somewhere. How many sandwiches would you make of yourself? Just one or 2?
Yeah, 2 big ones. But I often like a roll too. I like the roll. I like a lot of bread. So
I don't like the roll's interesting because I like my bread. See, Selena's different to me. She likes crusty bits. I like soft bits. I'm more of a soft guy. I like a soft roll. I don't want to have to negotiate a big, gnarly, crunchy roll. You love that?
Oh, love it. Yeah, absolutely.
I must admit, when we have burgers, which we hopefully this year we'll get back into the burgers, they come in a soft roll.
That is good.
Yeah. What are they called? They're called...
it's like a baguette, I think.
Baguette, yeah. And they're lovely. But yeah, I'm toasted. I'm see... Remember at school, the Greek boys always had... What did they have? The Greek guys always had that really thick bread. Are you a thick bread or a thin bread guy? You were toasted. You go when you go to the. Do you go toasted? Can I cut that, please? Toasted or sandwich? Where do you go?
Is
toasted. Toasted. It's a bit
Toasted.
thicker, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because you're talking about Baker's Delight and places like that.
Yeah.
The sandwich is too thin. It's too thin. Whereas the toast is good for sandwiches, actually.
Well, it's a tragedy if you break the bit of bread. You go on the sandwich. The sandwich is destroyed. The bread is broken. Yeah.
I like going to a sandwich shop, and over my lifetime, there's been some great sandwich shops. But they have a lifespan, don't they? Then they close down sandwich shops, and people move on. And
I saw an episode of they do. I saw an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm where Larry David had a sandwich named after him. So if they made the O'Neill sandwich, it'd be chicken and salad, which is you got to throw something in there that makes it peculiar to you. Because it's pretty,
I like chicken schnitzel too and salad. Oh, yum.
That is really good. Really good.
But it does feel slightly unhealthy when you're eating it because it's got that fried element. But I just love plain chicken, not chicken loaf or anything. Tomato, lettuce, onion, beetroot, cucumber, cheese. Yeah.
I was thinking about I was thinking the other day about my death row sandwich.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, because if you were to be, put in an electric chair, mid-afternoon or mid-morning. No, mid-afternoon, not...
What are those crumbs? What are those crumbs from the sandwich? You have to get rid of them.
You'd have to, just before you get electrocuted, you'd have to brush yourself down, you reckon?
Well, newsflash, there was a thing in the paper the other day, which I thought of you. In some states now, they don't get to choose their last meal. They just get given.
Really?
Yeah.
Surely it would have a heading on it. Surely would there be a menu? Would they bring a menu around, or would they just tell you through the hole? Would they just lift the flap and go?
This was suggesting there's no choice at all for some of these prisoners now. So.
Anyway, I thought mine, and I reckon you'll come on board with this, I would go with a hotel club sandwich.
Oh,
with the fries on the side under the silver lid. When you check into a hotel and you're a little bit, a little bit weary from the flight or whatever, what goes straight to the right place is a club sandwich. It's got chicken and ham, hasn't it? Chicken, ham, and cheese. And, bacon. Sorry, not ham, bacon. Yeah. Chicken, bacon, cheese.
And egg.
And egg. Oh, you're good. Yeah. So, and then the bread, there's not 2 pieces of bread, there's 3 pieces of bread. Am I right?
Yeah. Sometimes 6 if you get it cut up. So there's you're right. They put little layers in there. The proper club sandwich has layers.
And you got to watch out you don't go into a feeding frenzy, because when you're in a hotel, no one's watching. You do eat a little bit inappropriately. They put a little spike in it.
Oh yeah, like a giant toothpick. Yeah,
to hold it together. So you got to watch it, because you don't want a toothpick up the nose. It really puts you off your...
I've eaten one and it's gone in my mouth. I'm like, what the hell? Look at a toothpick. I can feel it now going into the top of my mouth. Like, what? So keen to eat it.
Get rid of that. I can't think of anything else about sandwiches that we haven't already said.
Well, that's enough about sandwiches. Let's talk about gambling.
I reckon I'm going to say, I reckon you're a non-gambling family.
Yeah, no, my parents gamble a lot. Yeah.
What do you mean, like bingo? They do bingo?
Nah, the trots and the thoroughbreds. Every day you go around there and they'll have the trotting channel on, the racing channel.
So they do a form guide thing, and then they have...
Yeah, and Dad goes to the TAB. They haven't yet, thank God, during COVID, Mum said, with the severe lockdown in Melbourne, Mum's like, I've saved so much money.
Well, that's right, yeah. But what are they betting? $5?
Oh, $2, $5, yeah. But they know the track, so they know, because they do it every day, you get to know the track, and you know what's happening. You know what's really going on. So, yeah, I think it's good. It's a good interest for them.
Well, it is. I know friends of mine. It's because people do find that it's not a form of meditation, but it takes them out of their head. Yeah. So and when they get a win, they get a little dopamine hit, and when they get a loss, they go, "Well, I'll make up," and they'll just keep on going. Unfortunately, it's highly addictive, and I've never found it addictive because I just go, I just can't keep on. I went to the casino once with a friend of mine. I won't mention his name, but he obviously had a problem, and he would lose money right in front of you, and he'd go, just give me some money. Just give me some money. What do you got in your wallet? Just give me some money.
Yeah.
And you go,
I've seen guys addicted to pokies and stuff. And
it's
like, God.
Yeah.
But no, Mum, I mean, Mum never liked gambling because she grew up in a house in Richmond where her dad, Herbert, was a wharfie, but he also worked part-time for the SB Bookie because the pub was 2 houses away.
Okay.
And so he was always down there and putting bets on and losing money, and and so Mum swore she never gambled. Well, then once she got a bit older and started, they used to go to the races all the time and the trots and stuff. And now it's good for Dad. He goes up to TAB because every time we go for dinner in the area, some bloke comes up and talks to him. I go, "Who's that?" He goes, "Oh, that's bloody Albert from the TAB." Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, the TAB. So the TAB, as someone pointed out, when they banned smoking in the TAB, it wasn't good because then it just smelled of BO. Because before that,
That's great.
And Lawrence Mooney does it. They advertise themselves as the sport of kings, the sport of kings. And you go down the TAB. There's no kings down there.
You go in there when you go there once a year to put your Melbourne Cup bets on, and there's no one with a happy look on there. There's no one looking real happy. Everyone's sort of very furrow-browed.
Okay, what comic do you reckon I've seen in the TAB, or I've driven past the TAB and I've seen him leaving the TAB several times, and I'm just like, man, if I've seen him several times. It's not Mick Malloy, even though.
Yeah, it's not Mick Malloy. Who's it going to be?
No, he's famous punter. Trevor Marmalade.
Oh, Trevor Marmalade, and
he loves punting.
Dr. Turf. I mean, he's
Dr. Turf
old
is
school.
another one.
He's very good. Trevor Marmalade. I was thinking Brad Oakes, he wouldn't be a gambling guy. No,
Oakes is not a gambler. No, not that I know of. But no, those guys, Marmalade, Dr. Turf, they're old school gamblers. But, the thing is these days, it's all... I've talked to two different pub owners and about how the TABs don't make much money anymore in the pubs because everyone's doing it on their phone.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So Sportsbet, and Sportsbet and those gambling companies are always the one that ring you up and they say, we want you to do an ad. And they always say, but we've got no money.
Yeah,
and you're like,
I know.
It's Sportsbet, mate.
Yeah.
Every tradie you drive past is on their phone. Every young man has got their phone out and they're betting.
It's really that's really destructive to think the if you've got a bad habit, you can just pick up your phone and do it. That's not good.
Terrible.
You need something between you and the habit to can stop you.
Yeah. That's whereas you have to get in your car and drive down the TAB or wander up in your tracksuit. Yeah.
But you would think I was a gambler because I remember when I was a kid, I was about 10. You could go down to the toy shop and you could buy a little mini casino. I had a roulette wheel.
Oh yeah.
And a bit of velvet that I put out, and I learned all the odds, 36 to 1, odds evens, black, red, and I would be a little croupier down at the beach house when there was no surf. I was dragging it in. You know what I mean?
Fantastic.
I was breaking people. I was throwing people out.
Yeah. The whole roller. You go to the mahogany room. No, you're going to the chipboard room, mate. You've got no.
We used to also play 8-ball. We used to bet on 8-ball because we had a billiard table in the beach house.
Oh yeah.
And we used to have bets on that. If you lost, and you had to run around the house with no pants on. And I remember Gary Bull dropped his decks and he ran around the back of the house. And he ran into a chair that had an outboard motor on the back of it and just did terrible damage to himself. Hello, Gary, if you're listening, I hope you've recovered from that. Gary Bull.
I just remember playing billiards when we were in Scouts. Well, this was older Scouts, so we would have been 17 or 18. We went to Woods Point, which is up right in the mountains. It's sort of up the top of Gippsland. It's very redneck kind of, used to be very redneck kind of area.
Yeah.
And there was this great double-story wooden pub. I think it was the Woods Point Hotel. It's called, funny enough. And anyway, the locals challenged us to a billiards game.
Oh, no.
And I had billiards at home. We used to have it in the rumpus room.
So you were pretty on the rumpus room, yeah. And you were pretty good?
But not that good. No, not that good. But what I did is that I did that trick where I hit the white ball and I made a jump over the ball and hit the other one and got it in. It was like a once in a lifetime trick. And then because we were playing for jugs of beer or something, and I went like that. And I went bang, and this really tough guy, and he had the tough redneck kind of guy.
Yeah.
And I won the game. The ball went in. The black went in, and he's like, "What's your next trick, Batman?" I remember
I thought it's going to be on in a minute.
And I said, "Don't worry about the big. You guys have it. You guys,
that's right.
Yeah, you guys have it. You guys. We don't want the Scouts getting in a fight in this."
Because you could always tell when people have attempted that shot because it was a tear in the velvet. You go, someone's had a go at a chip over the top, and it hasn't worked. He slammed it into the table. It's connected with a slate and ripped open the velvet.
What's your next trick, Batman?
So what else is there? I'm just trying to think. The Crown Casino in Melbourne. The day they opened that joint, I'm telling you, if I never went there again, I wouldn't be unhappy. I'm not a big fan of the energy that place gives off. Not good.
No, people lose their living there, their houses and stuff. Yeah. And like any casino, you go to the one in Sydney, even the one in Canberra. They're all the same. They're not good places.
It's not good for the soul. No.
I haven't been to any overseas. Have I been to any overseas? No,
I've been to. I went to. I remember when I was in Vegas. I ran out of money in Vegas. It was like a movie. I was in Vegas for 3 days. I'd been in LA. My brother and his friend went skiing. I'm going to Vegas by myself. I had a fantastic time. Didn't sleep, and I just remember the last $2 I had was enough for a burger, and it was at this burger bar. And I looked across, and there's a cowboy sitting across with me, and we're both eating our burgers going, this is okay. And I got on the Amtrak, and I caught the Amtrak, that's right. Caught it back to LA and put it all behind me. But I didn't gamble.
The gambling.
I did everything but gamble. The thing about going to Vegas is everything's cheap if you don't gamble. Pretty much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I want to go there one day.
Oh, you don't want to go there for too long. I haven't been there for a long time, but there's the old strip and the new strip, and there's all these different recreations and stuff. But it's good.
Did you see a show? Did you see Celine Dion or Siegfried and Roy? Or?
You just go and see the show that's in your hotel, and I think, But Alex, friend of the show, Romy's partner,
Chef.
he used to live in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
And I think I don't know if we've talked about this before, but he used to live around the corner from Siegfried and Roy.
Oh, and they had the lines at home? Or?
And they had the lions at home, and he would lie in bed, and he could hear the lions roaring. He would go to sleep with the lion roar from it. Imagine that.
That's amazing.
I mean, it's bad enough, like, hey, mate, can you quieten down the dogs? Dogs have been barking overnight. You go knock on the door of Siegfried and Roy.
Yeah.
Hey, Siegfried, what? Lions were a bit loud last night, kept me awake. Sorry about that. And then, of course, Siegfried or Roy got his head bitten off, didn't he?
Yeah, mauled by a lion. Yeah, that's right. Pretty bad.
So it was
terrible.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
what else can we say? I don't know what else.
I
can
don't
say
know.
about
Gambling. Gambling's just not great.
I gamble when I play
but-
golf a little bit. I don't play. We play
course.
for shout the bar kind of thing. Bit of food. We don't play for money. I don't like giving. I don't want to do something enjoyable with you, and then give you money afterwards.
Yeah.
I open my wallet. It doesn't make sense to me. I'll buy you lunch, but I don't want to give you cash.
No.
I have friends of mine who pay for large amounts of money. Like there's a game. I don't know. There's a game that you can play. No, there's a friend of mine who likes to gamble when he plays golf. I might have told you this story. And he said, and this other guy came to the golf club, and they'd heard that he was a big gambler. So they put those two guys together and go, you go out and have a game because you're both big gamblers. And the guy didn't speak English. He was Chinese, and he said to the guy, "What do you want to play for?" And the guy goes, I'll play for $1. And he's going, what? You want to play for $1?
Ah.
And he goes, geez, I'm not a very big gambler. He goes, come on, let's have a real bet. And he goes, okay, let's play for $2. And what he was saying was, let's play for $2 a metre.
Oh. Okay, well, I think we can have some thinking music now. What should we do? A gambling ad?
Something from a movie, an ad, or an ad for bread or sandwich. A tip top, the mighty tough.
Good on you, Mum. Tip Top's the
Tips
one.
are one, yeah, that'd be good.
Good on you, Mum.
There was one that I never understood. It was called not Bergen. It started with B. Borgen.
Borgen, no, that's a Danish TV show.
Bornhofen.
Bornhofen, the new Swedish noir thriller.
Where they eat a lot of
Bornhofen.
bread and have a lot of sex and
Find a body on a bridge.
on a bridge. Yep. No, a Bornhofen ad. Do you remember it?
Yeah, I think it's what was their slogan? Man can survive on bread alone, or something like that. Or?
Something like that. And I don't just remember. It was very. I was thinking. I remember seeing it going. You wouldn't be able to see an ad like that now. I saw it the other day on YouTube or something. And there was girls with cleavage and things going on.
Yeah, the guy's like a simple farmer trying to make bread, and he keeps getting distracted.
What was the actor? Who was the actor?
Paul Chubb, I think it is.
Oh, that's
Paul
him.
Chubb.
Paul
I always
Chubb.
like Paul Chubb.
Good actor.
Funny.
Wonder what happened to Paul Chubb. Anyway, do you reckon that would be a good listen, even though you can't? I reckon that'd be fun to hear. I reckon you'd recognise it if you heard it.
Yeah. I think it had a voiceover, didn't it? Like Bornhofen bread.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, let's have a listen.
No other bread is made quite like Bornhofen. There's flaxseed, wheat, wholemeal, malted grain, buckwheat, bran, and considerable concentration and The result is no other bread has quite the same aroma and taste of Bornhofen. Man does not live on bread alone. But with Bornhofen, he comes close.
Oh, yep, good one.
Yep, there you go. You nailed it. It was pork chub, and that was scantily, well, sort of cleavage and girls in the background wanting to have sex. Yes. Not something I normally associate with bread, but anyway.
No, sure it happens a lot of Baker's Delight and Brumbies. It's just,
you got the sample tray really has a different connotation when you think of it like that.
Tray. All right, well, do you want to have a crack?
I'm going to say that sandwiches had the fact that we've picked out that sandwiches are one-handed food. I think if you ordered food and you wanted to keep on gambling, you'd need a spare hand. So you can't. So you want food you can, like a bowl of chips works, nuts and stuff. But if you wanted more substantial food than that, a sandwich would be good because it's a whole meal, as you've stated, and you can eat it with one hand. I think that would be, but I don't know whether that actually works because didn't we already say the Earl of Sandwich invented it? But anyway, that's just
no, I think you're right. I know this one. I've heard this before. It's because it's always mentioned in trivia stuff. It's the Earl of Sandwich was playing cards, and he didn't want to interrupt his card playing, so he ordered. I don't know whether it was his idea or his servant or chef's idea, but he got his food in between two bits of bread and kept playing cards because the card session went for 24 hours or something. So he had to, and that's why they called it a sandwich. Yeah,
because you're gone.
Well, let's see what Sam has to say. I think that's right.
Sure.
Yeah.
The sandwich as we know it was popularised in England in 1762 by John Montagu, the 4th Earl of Sandwich. Legend has it, and most food historians agree, that Montagu had a substantial gambling problem that led him to spend hours on end at the card table. During a particularly long binge, he asked the house cook to bring him something he could eat without getting up from his seat, and the sandwich was born. You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
Well, there you go. We were right.
That's good. So that's why they call it. That's why what they've done. They've gone out to the kitchen and gone. He wants more than a bowl of chips. He's going. Well, I'll get a bit of bread and whack something on top. And someone else has probably said, whack another bit of bread on top so we can hold it in his hand. And they've said, what are we going to call it? What was his name? His name was
the Earl of Sandwich.
Jaffel. No, his name was Jaffel.
No, not Jaffel. Jaffel was playing the game as well with Baguette.
Baguette, that's it. Call it a baguette. No, I don't call it a baguette. It's a better name than that. Yeah.
Well, he's the Earl of Sandwich. Let's call it Sandwich.
Let's call it Sandwich, the Earl of Sandwich, and we'll call it a sandwich. And he's just lived on forever. But
and he's made toasties sitting opposite him. Well,
I reckon call it a toasty. Yeah.
Cook it on two sides. Let the cheese melt. No.
I think we've mentioned before on this very podcast that the ultimate toasted sandwich. I only worked this out the other day. It's taken me a long time to work this out. And I think you already know that the ultimate toasted sandwich is in a fry pan.
Yeah, I do it in a fry pan. That's right. Yeah.
And do you press it down with a spatula, or do you just let it do its thing?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. And then I flip it. I also read somewhere that you put cheese on the outside. You put some cheese on the outside of the bread and then flip it, and then the cheese cooks into it.
But don't you put butter on the outside of the bread? So
as well as cheese. It's a very American thing because it's very fattening. Yeah. It's not bad, though. It's not bad. And also mayonnaise. Put mayonnaise on the outside of the bread because it doesn't stick to the pan. Apparently. Yeah.
I reckon there's a show for you, Cooking with Dave. Cooking with Dave.
Yes.
Got a good ring to it.
Yeah, for sure.
The Face of Fat. I mean, that's a segment.
And it'd be the problem is you buy some of these cookbooks, like say George Columbaris's books, they're too hard. Who has Whitloff in their fridge or spatchcock? No one has that stuff, but I'd have a basic show, very basic show.
But I reckon there's a buy kit, a kit that you buy for your home that comes with a box of stuff prepared by Dave.
Yeah.
All the ingredients are in there.
Yeah.
And then you'd probably, being the man, you'd probably throw in a nice book to read or something, or you'd throw in I don't know.
You get music to listen to while you cook?
Yep.
It wouldn't be called light and easy. It'd be called fat and
friendly. Fat and friendly.
fat and friendly. I love my fat and friendly set. They're great. Put on 10 kilos, but
yeah, it doesn't matter.
No.